no witnesses.
They didn't do it in fear.
He scored. It was perfect.
They didn't do it in anger.
Nancy, go me.
They did it in cold blood.
We're not dealing with one murder, but four.
ER's Anthony Edwards, Eric Roberts, Sam Neill. CBS presents a new miniseries based on the classic that changed the way we look at crime.
I've seen some bad things, but nothing so vicious as this.
CBS next Sunday, in cold blood.
The Duchess of York, Heather Locklear, Glenn Close, Reba McEntire, and Derek Jeter all have a date with Dave this week. Now your latest local news.
Straight ahead on 2 News, a deadly shooting tonight at a Brooklyn grocery store that's only been open for 3 days. The Justice Department sides with the South Bronx School Board against schools Chancellor Rudy Crew. Bruce Springsteen has a holiday surprise in store for fans in his home state, and recreating terror on board the Titanic for tonight's TV movie. 2 News is next.
Interesting, a perfect match in parenting.
Do you think I'll ever find love?
Probably not.
The new hits Whoopi and Happy Family, Tuesday on NBC.
Last May on the West Wing, the president's daughter was kidnapped, and a father stepped down.
You're relieved, Mr. President.
If you thought last season was something, get ready. The West Wing's back.
If Zoe Bartlett turns up dead, I am going to blow the hell out of something.
I need you to start 2 speeches. Why 2?
The first one if they find her alive, the other one if they don't.
The West Wing season premiere next Wednesday on NBC.
Grace presents I Know What You Did Last Season. Last May, Grace met the woman who wants to steal her husband. You might be dying! Meanwhile, no one seemed to notice. Karen thrown overboard. Except Rosario. Next Thursday, will Grace's husband leave her for another? I would die! And will and Jack remember what led to this? Find out on the season premiere of Will and Grace, NBC next Thursday.
Later on The Tonight Show, Dave moves in on Duplex's angelic Drew Barrymore, plus tunes from Shelby Lynn and Jaywalking 2. Your local news is next.
Up next, we'll hear from the Kansas farmer who helped New York cops track down a stolen artifact. Plus, Janice will have the latest on Isabel's path. Coming up next.
NBC next.
Coming up later on The Tonight Show, the Sharon Osbourne Show's resilient dynamo, Sharon Osbourne, plus comedian Russ Maneve, and music by Leona Ness. It all happens right after your local news.
Up next, she's on a collision course with the East Coast, but when and where will Isabel hit? Janice will have the latest on the storm's path next.
ABC Friday. First, Steve uses his secret recipe for Carl's big party. It's a blast! A smokin' Family Matters.
Then, they've been friends for years. Now on Thanksgiving, is that friendship about to end?
You're just gonna kick my friend's parents out?
A special Boy Meets World.
And when Sabrina thinks geeks are cool, she turns the whole school into one. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Now we're all geeks.
Then, clear the road. Cher's learning to drive.
Every time you move the wheel, the whole car moves.
She's clueless. TGIF, ABC Friday.
This has been a Joe Hamilton production. Tonight, Dave's got Regis co-host Kelly Ripa. Then, Rudy Giuliani gives the top 10 things he'll miss about being mayor. Plus, Survivor castaway Clarence. First, your local news.
Coming up on News 7, short-term parking is reopening at Roanoke.
It's been an amazing experience to have been voted out and given the opportunity to come back in. Of the 4 left, I wish John the best, and I hope he wins. Lil, I hope you can live with yourself. We have an alliance. You broke it. Big as Texas, so hope you can live with that.
We worry about it.
It is perhaps the greatest unsolved mystery of all time. 65 million years ago, dinosaurs ruled the earth. Then suddenly, without explanation, these mighty creatures vanished from the face of the planet, leaving behind only faint traces of their existence. What could have caused such a mass extinction? Was it a sudden change in the Earth's climate, as some claim, or perhaps a deadly virus? Or could the end of the dinosaur have been caused by another even more catastrophic event? The impact of a gigantic asteroid. Scientists believe the answer lies buried deep beneath the Earth's surface near Central America. Here, a gigantic asteroid, some 10 miles in diameter, collided with our planet Within minutes of the impact, much of the Earth's surface was shrouded from the sun by a thick blanket of molten rock, dust, and asteroid debris. As larger debris fell back to Earth, it is believed to have burned with such intensity that nearly 90% of the Earth's surface was consumed in white-hot flames. But this was only the beginning. For 6 long months, our planet was shrouded in total darkness, and for over a decade, the Earth was engulfed in a global ice age. Could such a cataclysmic event happen again? Scientists agree that it is not a question of if, but when. Coming in February from NBC, the network that brought you Gulliver's Travels and The Beast. It's the biggest mini-series event of the new year. Asteroid. It will open your eyes.
This week on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes holiday guests Gillian Anderson, Courtney Cox, George Clooney, and Melissa Etheridge. Your local news is next.
Crewmen aboard the Cutter Courageous set their sails for home after spending 5 weeks fighting the war against drugs. That story and more coming up next. Stay with us.
Now.
It's all here.
These attorneys take the impossible cases, kidnapping, domestic violence.
Coming up next on Cairo 7 Eyewitness News at 11 o'clock.
The backup went on for miles tonight after a deadly crash stops traffic cold on I-5.
Mr. Coach has coming home.
I can't describe how wonderful it is. Pardoned for spying, a Northwest man is finally back home tonight.
And he told me that if I screamed, he'd shoot me.
But it was her neighbor doing the shooting to save her. The story you'll see only on Cairo 7, next on 11 at 11.
11 minutes of uninterrupted news, weather, and sports begins right now.
With complete Northwest news coverage. This is Cairo.
My name is Jenny, and I'm Jen's best friend Maggie.
And I'll be playing Jen's dead father. I lose my life but keep my tan. Watch Jenny. Watch my show first, you'll love it madly. We call it men behaving badly.
Watch me, I'm Jenny.
After men, NBC. Sunday nights.
Heroin, cocaine, and pot, it's available to your children in a place you think is safe.
A mistake triggers the latest airfare war.
And see why Boeing's newest plane is tops in its field.
Halloween night. Someone knows their secret.
He's definitely dead.
Someone knows what they did.
Oh, stop that.
It's the biggest Simpsons Halloween special ever.
Uh-oh, I think I'm having a heart attack.
An all-new Simpsons, part of a full hour, 8/7 Central Fox Sunday. Before you watch the season premiere November 7th, don't miss last season's shocking finale. The X-Files, tonight at 9, 8 Central on Fox. The murder after Nothing Secret, ABC Saturday.
I'm Mark Howard. Newly released documents shed more light on Tom Capano's actions in the hours after the Anne Marie Fahey murder. Flyers, highlights you'll love. Next.
Saturday is now television's most compelling night of drama.
I think my calling is to be a priest.
I want her out. You want to fire Mo? Mo goes, we all go.
An all-new Nothing Secret. How do you catch a serial killer?
This man is no soldier. He's a coward.
Try making him mad.
And that just makes me sick.
Shut up! All-new Cracker, Mind Over Murder, after Nothing Secret, ABC Saturday.
Jewelry thieves here in Northern Ohio are still very much on the run tonight.
News Channel 5 at 11 starts right now. Stick around.
I'm Cokie Roberts. Coming up on Nightline, you may not know it, but the first presidential primary is over. Money, politics, and the race for president on Nightline tonight. Now stay tuned for news.
Next on 7, think about it. What would you do if you heard an intruder breaking into your home? You'll hear how one local man fought back, surprising evidence about what may increase the chances of your child being gay. Plus, is your boss paying you fairly? The answer may be no. Next on 7.
Hi, I'm Mimi from The Drew Carey Show, and things are going to start looking a little different around here on ABC Wednesday nights. Let me illustrate using these potato head replicas of ABC stars. Grace is moving to 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central, followed by the return of Coach. Then it's Drew Carey at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central, my personal favorite, followed by Ellen. ABC Wednesday nights. Grace, Coach, Drew Carey, Ellen. Watch it, or the Spud Boy gets it.
New comedy lineup, ABC Wednesdays.
Hi, I'm Elisa Donovan, and I play Amber on Clueless. You want to know what creeps me out? Other than crowded malls and John Tesh music. Whoa! Bone chillers. Check this out.
It's autopsy time.
We're all doomed. Bone chillers. Scarier than a really bad manicure. Saturday mornings on ABC.